If you want to smell like a glowing dessert on a perfect spring and summer afternoon, then you have to keep watching. Summer gourmands are having their moment, and these are not the heavy, syrupy, thick sweets you might expect. Today's perfume lineup is yummy and delicious without being overwhelming. So perfect for all the gourmand girlies who cannot leave their gourmands or sweet scents this spring and summertime. So if you're looking for something citrusy, light, airy gourmands, then this video is for you. Starting off with my scent of the day. This is a very affordable scent from Paris Corner, and this is Wowie under the Taskin collection. Now, as you see the bottle, it's kind of giving something sweet. I will think of something sugared, but it's not. This fragrance to me is a very creamy and buttery orange kind of sweets, almost like an orange creamsicle coated with powdered sugar. Yes, it is sweet and very gourmand. It has that orange note that stays the entire wear. I will say orange is the main note that I'm getting from Wowie, along with the sweet caramel and something powdery yet buttery kind of texture. It's creamy and buttery, but at the same time powdery. I know that sounds weird, but trust me guys, it works with Wowie. The kind of sweetness in here seems like a caramel flavored powdered sugar. So imagine that caramel flavored powdered sugar coating an orange creamsicle. That's how Wowie smells like to me. A very beautiful, fun, and joyful scent that I think is quite easy wear as well. Now, if you still don't know, this is inspired by a very expensive perfume from Roja, Lost in Paris. And I actually went to Harrods to compare them side by side, guys, as during that time I haven't smelled Lost in Paris yet, and I was shocked because the dry down very similar. I will say the opening might not be the same because Lost in Paris has a very heavy and kind of like intoxicating caramel sweetness, but as both of them dries down, they are very similar. I tested them both in my hands, left it the entire afternoon, and guys, all I can say is that the dry down are similar. So if the sound of an orange creamsicle coated with caramel flavored powdered sugar sounds appealing to you, then I highly recommend you Wowie. What I love about Wowie is that it is sweet. Yes, it's like powdery sweet that is not cloying, very light and airy, and most importantly, it lasts for a very long time, especially if you overspray on clothes. So yeah, having said that, Wowie definitely smells like a glowing dessert, and I highly recommend it. Once again, Wowie by Paris Corner, and I find this fragrance to be leaning more feminine. So next up is once again from Paris Corner, and this is Zahi Amara. Now, I'm gonna be honest, not a fan of the bottle, as the scent has nothing to do with the bottle, and also I find it too big. Like I will never carry this perfume in my bag, for example. Anyway, the scent though is so good. This smells like an addictive blueberry muffin. So it opens up quite bright and uplifting. I am greeted straight away by a blueberry note that is not listed in the note breakdown. However, to me, this smells like a blueberry. Yeah, buttery blueberry muffin next to a cup of tea. The more that it dries down, the more it becomes cleaner. And when I say cleaner, I mean like it becomes muskier. So it's not like a full on blueberry muffin. Okay. So it smells like a muskier, clean version of a blueberry muffin, if you get what I mean. So having said that, it is very light and airy as well. I find this fragrance to be quite addictive. And I think if you enjoy blueberry scents, you're gonna love Zahi Amara. In case you didn't know yet, this is inspired by Florico's One Umbrella for Two. So if you're looking for a good, affordable version of that, then I highly recommend you Zahi Amara. I love One Umbrella for Two myself. However, I didn't need to buy it because I'm quite happy with Zahi Amara. They are very close, but of course, not really one-to-one. Zahi Amara at first spray smells quite alcoholic. However, now that it's settled down, meaning it matured already, as I have this fragrance for months, it is better. I don't get that alcoholic blast anymore. Now this is like a clean smelling, musky blueberry muffin scent. However, not very realistic as it has that clean and sweet musk and cashmeran combo in the base, making this fragrance still smell like a perfume and not really a blueberry muffin. Plus, I think the tea note balanced out the sweetness of this fragrance, so it is perfect even if you're not a gourmand girly. So yeah, I'm talking about someone like me who's not really a full-on gourmand girly, but I love an addictive, light and airy gourmand scent like Zahi Amara. Performance-wise, lasted me around for maximum 7 hours. Once again, Zahi Amara by Paris Corner, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. Next up is Isla Bohemia by Carner, Barcelona. I already shared with you my thoughts about Isla Bohemia in my previous video, and I told you how much I enjoy it. This, I think, is Carner's first attempt to make a gourmand scent. So Isla Bohemia opens up with icy and juicy pear along with iris that smells like quite lipsticky. However, as it dries down, it becomes sweeter and muskier. The vanilla and sandalwood combo in the base gave this fragrance that creamy and sweet factor, giving this fragrance that gourmand vibes. I won't say that it literally smells like something edible. However, because of the sweetness from that vanilla and sandalwood, it's kind of like giving ice cream vibes to me. So I'm gonna describe this fragrance more of like a pear flavored ice cream. Yeah, that's how it smells like. It is quite addictive, but not really like a full on pear ice cream. Isla Bohemia still smells like a perfume because of that added iris that's kind of like in between the sweet vanilla sandalwood in the base and the juicy pear. It is a beautiful scent and I find it quite unique. I haven't smelled anything like it. And I really enjoy that icy, juicy pear that lasts the entire wear. If you're a fan of pear notes in fragrances, I highly recommend you checking out Isla Bohemia because this fragrance is quite unique. And aside from that, it is definitely something that I will consider as a light and airy summer gourmand. And imagine smelling like a pear flavored ice cream in a perfumey way. Such a delicious and glowing dessert kind of vibe, and I highly recommend it. Performance wise, this perfume lasts on me the entire wear time, guys, which is amazing, and it even stays longer on clothes. Once again, Isla Bohemia by Carner Barcelona, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. All right, next up is a perfume from Theodoros Kalotinis because how can I talk about gourmand perfumes without talking about any Theodoros Kalotinis scents, right? So this is Peach Macaron. Now, obviously, this perfume smells like peach macaron, but done in such a fresh, light, and airy way. I absolutely love it. And I'm not really a fan of peaches in fragrances, but there's something about peach macaron that to me smells very addictive and uplifting. It literally smells like a peach flavored macaron. So the kind of sweetness that I'm getting from here is like a combo of burnt sugar and like sweet powdered vanilla. It is absolutely beautiful because combined with that juicy and fresh peach that stays the entire wear time. Guys, this smells delightful, really beautiful scent. And yeah, that is coming from someone who's not really into gourmand pastry scents. I think peach macaron is done so well. It is sweet yet not cloying. The peach is juicy and fresh, very uplifting, light and airy gourmand. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna describe it. And it lasts for a very long time, guys. Lasts more than 8 hours, especially if you overspray. And I highly recommend it, even if you don't love peach in fragrances. Because, yeah, as mentioned, I'm not a fan of peach fragrances, but this really works for me. And I cannot wait to shower myself in it this upcoming summertime. Once again, Peach Macaron by Theodoros Kalotinis, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. Next up is from Atelier and this is Blue Madeline. Now, I have featured this fragrance many times in my channel because I really adore it. To me, this smells like a blueberry flavored bubble tea scent. Not really an actual like Madeline cookie. It smells like a blueberry flavored bubble tea. And I'm talking about a legit bubble tea, okay? Which means a bubble tea that you can actually smell and taste the tea in it. So, meaning not just like the typical bubble tea that you buy in a non-legit bubble tea shops, because Blue Madeline to me is a beautiful blueberry, yeah, milk tea scent done in a soft and refined way. I have featured this fragrance many times in my channel because I find it very addictive. It is my kind of gourmand as it is light and airy, not cloying at all, but it has an addictive quality. Plus, it has blueberry. And mind you, blueberry is not even listed in the note breakdown, but I'm smelling something blueberry in here. So yeah, if you want to smell like a refined blueberry milk tea scent this spring and summertime, I highly recommend you checking out Blue Madeline by Atelier. Performance wise, I will say lasted me around 3 to 5 hours max. Projection is moderate to soft, and I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning. All right, next up is my favorite gourmand this springtime, and this is not really like a full-on gourmand. Printemps Blanc by Maison Mataha. If you watch my channel, you know that this is my favorite floral gourmand so far. I've been using it quite often this springtime already, as it is part of my spring perfume tray. Basically, this is a soft white floral and tea scent combo grounded with that sweet and creamy vanilla sandalwood combo that I find very, very addictive. Actually, I noticed that most of the fragrances in today's video have that same type of addictive and creamy vanilla sandalwood combo in the base. This, I will say, is a floral gourmand. The florals in here are done in a very refined way. I will still say that it is sweeter than floral, if you know what I mean. It almost smells like as if you poured orange blossom and jasmine on top of a cotton candy. Yeah, that's how it smells like to me. So the kind of sweetness that I'm getting from Printemps Blanc is quite sugary but fluffy at the same time. It is so beautiful and addictive. This is one of my favorite perfume releases last year, and I just truly enjoy and love this scent so much, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a very long lasting airy floral gourmand to wear this spring and summertime. This on me lasts the whole day, guys. I will say the projection though is quite moderate, so not beastly but lasts for a very long time, which is amazing for my style when it comes to perfumes. So yeah, once again, Printemps Blanc by Maison Mataha if you're looking for a beautiful, refined, floral gourmand. And last but not the least is a perfume that is not available worldwide yet. However, I just want to quickly mention this to you guys because this is a beautiful, beautiful scent from Philippines. This is called Memoires de Montagne. This is from GP Fragrances. So I bought this fragrance when I was in Philippines because I was stunned. This perfume smells like suman. And if you're not familiar with suman, it is basically a Filipino delicacy. It is a snack made from glutinous rice cooked with coconut milk wrapped in banana leaf. So this is quite special in my opinion. It opens up with that green mango, so quite green at the same time, fruity and sweet. And then it has that slight sticky suman scent that I find really, really addictive. So basically, it smells like a sticky, sweet rice with fruity factor coming from the green mango. And then as it rises down, it becomes woody. Very unique and addictive. I highly recommend you to check it out if you're living in Philippines or if you have friends or if ever you're coming to Philippines for vacation. You have to check out this Filipino niche brand, GP Fragrances, and this perfume called Memoires de Montagne. This is my favorite out of the 7, I think, or 10 perfumes that he has in his collection. When it comes to performance, above average with moderate projection. Once again, Memoires de Montagne by GP Fragrances, and I find this fragrance to be unisex. So that is the video for today, guys. Those are my summer gourmand recommendations. Let me know if you have any perfumes in mind that should be in today's category. For sure, all of us would love to know. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and see you on my next one. Bye!